Megan Thee Stallion says she's being harassed by the man who shot her, even though he's in prison. She's asking the court for a restraining order against rapper Tory Lanez, who is currently behind bars, serving a 10-year prison sentence for shooting her back in 2020. He's appealing that conviction. She's also alleging in court document that Lanez is orchestrating a harassment campaign through surrogates, including blogger Milagro Cooper, the Grammy-winning rapper whose legal name is Megan Pete, has also filed a lawsuit against Cooper alleging defamation, cyber-stalking, and infliction of emotional distress. ABC News did reach out to Lanez and Cooper's reps for...
It's so strange to me that this man is not even allowed to proclaim his innocence. Because that's all these people are doing.
Literally.
What she is calling defamation or re-victimizing or whatever this fake bullshit is, what are they saying? Other than, we don't believe you. The jury believed you. What does that mean? I need you people to understand that a jury convicting you of something, it can be treated as fact for the purposes of other legal avenues, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that in fact you did the thing. Mm-hmm. Because when you've been convicted, you're still entitled to proclaim your innocence. Right. And that's not defaming the person who accused you. Right. Think about OJ, right? We know OJ did that shit, but he was acquitted. But yet people still say that he did that shit. Mm-hmm. Now that would be defamation. Saying that he killed this woman and he was acquitted. But it doesn't work the other way, where him proclaiming his innocence means he's harassing you. He's not doing anything to you at all. Right. Like, the fact that she has the audacity to argue that the reason why all these blogs and all these comment sections are saying shit about you is because Tory's paying them, Tory's doing something. No one gives a fuck about that. No one really even gives a fuck about Tory. You're just a liar. And everyone knows it. And since you're a liar, people are expressing their opinion on the things they think you lied about. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that Tory's paying them. That's fucking nonsense. Mm-hmm. Milagro, what did she do? You gotta point to me where she defamed you. Because I'm sure all she said was, I don't believe you, bitch. All this shit is he said, she said. Nothing was proven. There's no video. So what are we talking about?
Comment, but no response so far. Joining us to talk about it, SiriusXM radio host Mike Muse, also our legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer. All right, Mike, the original case really riled up the hip-hop community. Let's kind of walk through the history between these two and how we even got to this point.
Yeah, so it's interesting enough, Kira, how you perfectly said in your lead-in how this is happening in the blog sphere in terms of that's cultural intrigue. Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion at one point were dating. At this time that they were dating, they were coming from a party found guilty of negligence in shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. But that conversation was never just inside the courtroom. This was such a cultural dynamic of were you team Tory or were you team Megan? And at the time, there was a lot of people who were team Tory, who did not believe that Megan Thee Stallion was telling the truth. Even after Tory Lanez was found guilty, there was still so much presumption of innocence on behalf of Tory Lanez.
As there should be, bro. I'm sorry. I am an attorney. What you think I'm entitled to agree with the opinions of 12 retards? What are you talking about, son? I went to law school. Name one of those morons on the jury went to law school. Don't miss me. I seen the evidence. I don't think he's guilty.
And yet the judge granted this order.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
This
but
is crazy.
The judge granted it the same way fucking the same way the jury found him guilty behind bullshit. That being said, it's not strange to get a restraining order against someone who did a violent crime against you. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. But and that might be fine if it's just in terms of contact with her. Mm-hmm. But it's not just that. It prohibits him from saying certain things. And it's insane to me that he's not allowed to proclaim his innocence. Mm-hmm. You accuse me of a crime. I don't think I didn't do it. The fact that you become emotionally damaged because I'm calling you out as a liar, that's not my problem. Yeah. Fuck you and that jury. How about that?
But the jury isn't the one that helps with the restraining order, though. It's the judge who puts this order through.
Right, but the judge is...
I think the judge is goofy.
He is, but at the same time, not, because he's relying primarily on the conviction. as a question of fact as to whether he did in fact shoot her, right? For the purposes of getting the restraining order, he did shoot her, right? Because he was found guilty. So it's not strange then for someone to be able to get a restraining order against someone who shot them.
Except for what you just said, the fact that they can proclaim their
Right,
innocence.
but it depends on what the restraining order is for. Is why I said that. If it's a restraining order that simply limits contact, limits him talking to her, shit like that, that's one thing. But it isn't just that. It also prohibits him from saying certain things. We'll take a look at it, but it prevents him from saying certain things about her or about the incident. Okay. And to me, that's weird. Why can't I proclaim my innocence?
Well, if there's new evidence that they're trying to submit and everything else like that, why can't he talk about it?
Even if there's not new evidence. But I didn't do it. A jury of my peers said something, as if juries have never been wrong before. What does that mean? Right? I'm free to proclaim my innocence. I don't understand what the issue is.
And so Megan Thee Stallion had to discuss it in the album that she created much after the court had ended, into which she again stated her position and how much it had impacted her mentally and physically, and the damage and trauma that it caused her. But that was because of the way that the blogs were able to carry out this discourse outside the courtroom. And really, Kara, it comes down to the comment section. Today, the blogs are not just about the articles that get posted, but really the commentary that happens beneath the post. And when you look at the comments beneath the post, a lot of them have been very harmful towards Megan Thee Stallion, and also to have attacked her credibility, to which is happening right now, while allegedly Tory Lanez is in prison, having people in the blogosphere do his bidding for him.
Right. It's like, who is believing that because someone is questioning Meg's credibility, that it must be Tory?
I don't like you after this incident, and if I go online and say I don't like you...
Tory's paying us?
Right.
Right now, Tory's paying us?
I have no respect for you no more after this incident.
I just don't believe you.
Tory's paying us?
How is Tory paying? What are you talking about?
I'll gladly go on the internet and say that because I don't like you. The mannerisms of which you handle
None of this shit.
None of this shit. I don't like you.
Like, this shit is just nasty because...
You're fake, you're phony, malicious, vindictive, everything. Like...
Right. Trash. Because it's like, this logic, this line of logic is broken. Because... it is based on the assumption that women don't lie about shit like this.
Right.
That's what it is. It's based on the assumption that a woman would never lie about being a victim. That's what this is. And therefore, since a woman would never lie about it, people would never believe it unless they were being paid by the perpetrator.
Yeah.
That's the logic that you're going with. And it's retarded. You're retarded. The judge is retarded. What is this? And against a man behind bars, he's in jail.
Right. And what makes it worse is that we're literally witnessing this in real time with cameras, that not only is she lying, because she even made a video on Hulu saying that she lied about the relations she had with Tory. So it's just like, as my husband said, and it stands, you're lying and you're being a victim. So it doesn't play in your favor.
You were lying. When she told her, the worst part is when she testified in court and left out huge portions of what happened that night.
Which determines emotionally the emotional factor for you as to why people would do the things. Motive.
She's a liar, bro. You're a liar. And we have...
real time.
We have incontrovertible evidence that you're a liar.
Yep.
Yet, somehow, when someone calls you a liar, you're being defamed? They're being paid by Tory? Get out of here.
To which this
We're
alleges.
When will this ever end? Well, Brian, what kind of evidence will the court consider here? And if the restraining order is granted, could Lanez face additional punishment here?
Well, the court's going to consider the evidence that Megan Thee Stallion is presenting, namely that there's some sort of paper trail, money that was exchanged to Ms. Cooper, the blogger, something to the tune of $3,000 from the course of October of 2020 to, I think, March of 2022, so about just shy of a year and a half. And I think there's going to be a need for additional information. There's going to be to show some sort of communication between Tory Lanez, whether it be indirectly or directly to Ms. Cooper or other bloggers, that he's pointing them in the direction of saying these salacious and defamatory or even wrong statements.
What
like
statements?
Again,
like what?
Like what was defamatory? Because to defame someone, you have to lie with malice. So you have to say something that you know is demonstrably false.
And since he's been in jail,
with the intent to hurt the person.
And since he's been in jail, I haven't heard one thing about Meg from this man.
What about this? There are no actual proven facts in this damn case.
No.
except for that she got shot. So, unless Tory's paying the bloggers to say Meg was never shot at all, how are you defaming her, bro? By saying I didn't do it? That's not defamation.
No.
By saying she fought her friend and her friend shot her? That's not defamation. So who's defaming her? I need to know that. I need to know the answer.
As Mike Muse pointed out, this dialogue was happening without Tory Lanez, and I think the defense might be here that Cooper, along with other bloggers, are just voicing their own personal opinions, and that Tory Lanez is not directing them in any kind of way. That may harm in a restraining order argument for Megan Thee Stallion. In terms of what could happen afterwards, if a restraining order is granted, this is a civil restraining order, so in of itself will not cause any kind of criminal repercussions.
Just money again.
Enforcement or prosecutors did see this as a criminal harassment. They could add that charge for a separate case, but Tory Lanez is already facing a decade in prison. I don't think they're going to worry themselves with a violation or a small misdemeanor of a crime.
Yeah.
All right, stay tuned.
Rat behavior. My understanding is that the restraining order was granted yesterday, and Megan testified, crying, from what I understand, and the judge allegedly cited several uncontroverted facts, including conduct that culminated in Tory Lanez shooting. Okay, so like I said earlier, he treated the shooting as an uncontroverted fact for the purposes of determining the restraining order because he was convicted, right? It's not far-fetched to get a restraining order against someone who did a violent crime to you.
Well, while they're in jail.
Yeah, I know, but it also extends to I think 1 year after he is eligible for parole.
Yeah.
So if he paroles, it'll still be a full year of the restraining order. And she testified, I feel like maybe he'll shoot me again. Maybe this time I won't make it.
Do you really think that he has any concern for you in the next 10
I don't think he shot you in the first place.
Right.
You lying motherfucker, you. Meg says I haven't been at peace since I've been shot, and I'm just trying to be unharassed. No one's harassing you. Not only by the person who shot me, but by the people he's been paying to continue to harass me. Okay, if you say so. I probably won't ever have peace. I just really want the harassment from the person who shot me to stop. Oh my God.
You won't have peace because everybody gonna talk about you for the rest
I'm scared he's gonna still be upset with me, and I don't know if he's gonna continue being violent toward me. How's he gonna be violent when he's gonna get deported? Even from behind bars, he keeps showing me he can get to me. Like he won't give me a day of peace. Like when he gets out of jail, it's gonna be worse. I feel like he'll shoot me again, and maybe this time I won't make it. You're a fucking rat.
So where's the proof that he's been harassing you from jail if you're claiming this? Like I don't understand how they got this through. You just made a statement that saying that he can get to you, meanwhile he's in jail. Where is that proof?
She's saying that he's organizing a smear and slander campaign against him, that he's paying people.
Where's her proof for that?
Okay, so he's barred the restraining order bars him from harassing, intimidating, or threatening Meg. Okay, those are crimes anyway, so that doesn't matter. And he must remain 100 yards away from her home, car, or any location where she works until January 9th, 2030. Not that difficult, since again he's in prison, and again he's allowed to proclaim his innocence. He's allowed to say what he wants. So I'm really interested to see how someone's gonna try to drum up a violation of this order when Milagro and everyone else continues to tell you that you're a fucking lying piece of shit.
I mean, they don't have to tell you. The people going to tell you. They're going to roast you. That's exactly why you got rid of your Instagram. Moving forward, January 2025, you no longer have your Instagram.
Oh, she got rid of it?
Yes, she made an announcement that she was getting rid of her Instagram.
Yeah, because they're killing you.
Right. It's the comments that are killing you.
And it's not Tory doing it.
Right. So let's be for real. The reason why you really running is because the people are filleting you.
Right, and they had enough of your bullshit.
Right. They see who you are, and they're calling you out on your bullshit. That's the reason why you ran away from social media. Let's be for real.
Fucking madness. She deserves nothing and no one. She's a rat. Fuck out of here.